So, welcome to our Incredibles 2 review.
Gosh.
I apologize for my voice. It is very sore. I am
he's
recovering.
sick today.
Yeah, I'm sick. I've been sick for like 2 days. Thank God it wasn't the flu. I've had the flu once and it really, wow, it nearly killed me. Or it felt like it. But here we are
But he's
to
fine.
review Incredibles 2. I've been looking forward to this movie. I love The Incredibles 2. I liked The Incredibles 1. I loved it as a kid. As an adult, sort of less loved it. But watching Incredibles 2 as an adult, knowing everything from the first one, I just love this movie so much. I love it. But it isn't without its fair share of problems. Sorry, what were you saying?
I like this movie.
Yeah. Do you want to keep the glasses on?
No, I don't.
I do. Can we just keep the glasses on for this review? I like this.
You can. I don't.
No. Let's keep it theme.
Why?
No, let's keep it the theme.
I don't want to.
Too bad, because it's in the thumbnail. Our glasses are in the thumbnail.
You said. Oh, never mind.
Our glasses are in the thumbnail. And we're doing this review in the thumbnail. What? I don't know. We're doing this review in sunglasses. Shit, my voice. It's nearly gone. Anyway, this review will be very laid back. We won't be so clear and to the point like we were in our solo review. We won't be going, we won't be going into spoilers, but we won't be, it won't be as clear cut as that review was. We're going to be very laid back. If we start getting into spoilers, we'll let you know beforehand. So if you're watching this before watching the movie, but I highly doubt you're going to be watching this before watching the movie because, Anyway, so do you want to get started? I want to give my voice a rest.
I want you to go first, please.
Just repeat the last time.
I'm sorry.
Well, I like this movie. Hey, you have purple, I have pink.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah. I just realized how stupid we look with the sunglasses on.
That's why I want to.
No, leave them on.
That's why I want to take them off.
No, leave it on, please. This is my video. Do what I say.
This is my glasses. This is my face.
No, this is my video. Theme of the
Fine.
video is sunglasses. I'm going to look cool and I'm going to look stupid. Anyway, stupid cool. Anyway, I did like this movie. As I said, I love this movie. What I loved immediately was seeing the characters come back, all the character interactions. I love just seeing them work as a family, as a team. I love that shit. I really love it. It was very clearly explored in the first one, but I feel like they just did they did a better job of making this a more well-rounded family superhero movie than the first one. It really, this one, in my opinion, focuses more on family than the first one is, and than the first one does, even though the first one really goes into family. Why are you looking at me like that for?
I like the first one better. I think the first one goes into.
No, I like the first one too more. Like, for me, I like the second one and the first one just as much as, I like them equally. I love them equally.
No, I like the first one better.
Well, that's your opinion. We're not up to you. You wanted me to go first.
Okay.
Anyway,
okay.
I like, or rather love, Incredibles 1 and Incredibles 2 just as much as each other. It's just, in my opinion, they explored family It's not that they explored family more in this one, it's just they explored it, different aspects of it. They did it differently than the first one. And dare I say, that they explored family in such a way that hasn't been explored in any superhero movie as of yet. Any superhero blockbuster as of yet. I mean, the closest thing that a superhero movie has come to something like this is Spider-Man Homecoming, where that focused on a kid in high school. This is sort of similar to that with Violet in high school. Not going to go into detail. But this is very family central. And one thing I noticed on second viewing, is that this movie is kind of split between Elastigirl and her story and her trying to bring supers back. It's sort of split between that and Bob being the stay-at-home dad. So they're obviously linked because they're all family members and inevitably come together just like the first one. And that's the climax of the movie, them coming together. But this movie is really, for the most part, really split into two parts, and it's really the stay-at-home dad part that I loved, and it's not because he's a
That was
guy,
strange.
okay? So stay out of it, feminists. I just really love the stay-at-home dad because I love stay-at-home stuff. It's really fun because I'm an inside guy, so I mean, what can you say? So I really love the stay-at-home dad stuff. It was really comedic, really fun in general. Everything that Violet was going through, everything that Dash was going through with math and all that, as mentioned or shown in the trailer.
And
a-
Jack going through his.
and Jack just going through whatever the hell he was going through. I really loved it. It was really funny.
Jack going through his phases.
Just thinking about it, the one thing I have to say about this movie is going back and thinking about it makes me think about it even more. Makes me want to go and watch the movie again. And now, after seeing it a second time, I want to go and watch the movie again.
I don't want
It's well, shut up, you pessimist. I
Excuse me.
You're a pessimist.
I'm not.
The other side to this movie that I really loved is the action. The action in this movie is really good. Really good. An Elastigirl story is great. And I have to say, not because she's a female. So again, feminists, stay back. I like them exploring or making or using Elastigirl as the way to bring back supers. And as I said, not because she's female, because she's elastic. I like how this movie uses an elastic superhero more than really any other movie has before. I mean, I personally feel that elastic or plastic superheroes like Plastic Man, Elongated Man, or Elastigirl don't get, or up until this point, didn't get enough screen representation. Like, we need more elastic superheroes.
Yeah.
But there are some negatives that I about the movie. Some things I really didn't like. First of all, biggest thing that I did not like is the villain. I felt like the villain was not set up properly enough. There was not a motivation, sort of made sense, but weren't explored properly enough for us to really connect with the villain. We didn't really connect with the villain in this movie. I felt like we connected with Syndrome more and way better than this movie does.
Because we got to know him.
Exactly.
We actually got to know him.
And they foreshadowed his turn to the dark side,
And then
as it
15
were.
years later.
And the screensaver, it's just, they just didn't do a good enough job on the villain in this movie like they did in the first one, and I really didn't like the villain. Also, I'm not going to say, I'm not going to give you the context of the scene, but there is a scene between Elastigirl and another female character about politics involving superheroes. Now, I've seen other people's reviews for this movie, and some have said that they like that scene. But this scene where Elastigirl gets into a conversation with another woman about politics involving supers, it took me out of the movie, honestly. I mean, I don't know. I just really did not like that scene. If you've seen the movie, then you know what I'm talking about. That scene where Elastigirl is talking to that woman about politics. It's just, it didn't, like, this movie does explore the politics around supers, but I didn't like this scene, not because it involved a politics with supers. I like the fact that these Incredibles movies explores politics involving superheroes. I like that. I liked it in Civil War. I liked it in the first Incredibles. It's just I didn't like this specific scene because I wasn't invested in the character that Elastigirl was talking to. Hopefully you know what I'm talking about, but I didn't. I am invested in the scenes that have Bob and Helen talk about politics involving superheroes, but I wasn't involved in this specific scene with Elastigirl Helen talking to another female about politics involving superheroes because I wasn't invested in that other female character. I didn't care about her. I didn't know her. I didn't want a scene between her and Elastigirl talking politics.
Maybe because you didn't know about her. Is that?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's because I didn't. I've been going for 10 minutes. It's because I didn't know this character, which is why I wasn't in. It's because I didn't know this character, which is why I wasn't invested in her, this new female character. I wasn't invested in her as a character because I didn't know her, and therefore I couldn't really get in. I couldn't really get into the political conversation that they were having because I didn't care about her side of the argument, because I didn't care about her. I mean, I care about political arguments between Helen and Bob because I care about both of them. I'm invested in both of them as characters. Anyway, that's a lot of talking just about one freaking scene. But hopefully you get where I'm coming from. Anyway, that's my non-spoiler thoughts on the movie. I want to say this. I don't want to get into spoilers. All my thoughts on this movie aren't really spoilerish. And I have to say this one more thing before I pass it on to Sonia. If you've seen the trailers, or if you've seen the official trailer, the one official trailer, then there's really nothing to spoil. The trailer really does say it all. And this is not necessarily a negative thing. It's just if you've seen the trailer, then there is really nothing else that this movie can offer you that surprises you. When you watch the movie, there's a lot of laughs, a lot of jokes, a lot of fun. You can have a lot of fun watching this movie, from the action to the stay-at-home dad stuff. But if you've seen the trailers, then there's really nothing huge that happens in this movie that's going to surprise you. And there's really nothing in this movie that's really going to spoil. There's really nothing in this movie that I can spoil. So everything I just vomited on you just then is all my thoughts on the movie. None of it spoilers. So I really don't have any spoiler-filled thoughts to go into. So I'm just going to let you go.
I do, though.
Well, because Sonia does, we're gonna give you an official spoiler warning, but give them your non-spoiler thoughts before you go into the spoilers.
Okay. Okay. Two things I like about this movie is one of them is Edna. I liked Edna better in this one because I thought she was more. Sorry, I thought she was more.
Are you losing your voice too?
No. Being around you, I may. I'm joking. Oh wait. Anyway, what was I saying? Anyway, Edna, I liked her better in this one because I felt like she was more funnier, and she did a lot. She did a lot of other things as well, and I felt like that we got to see her softer side in this movie, and I just enjoyed her in this movie.
Oh yeah, we did. We totally got to see a softer side of her.
Yeah.
Not saying what though. Okay, don't spoil it.
I'm not. I'm just saying I saw a softer side and I really liked it. Anyway, my next thing is Violet. Now, the reason why I like Violet, I know this movie literally comes straight after the first one, but
that's technically not a spoiler for someone who thought that.
Yeah, true. It's not. But anyway, she doesn't, and you've seen her in the trailer, so she doesn't really look older, right? So, but I thought that in the movie, not spoiling anything, but I think she acts a little. What are you doing? She acts like when the mama and dad are busy, she acts like, not like an adult, but she acts mature, and yeah, that's it. I literally have nothing
That's
else.
your non-spoiler thoughts.
Yeah, I have, and I like this movie. I'm like 50-50 with it. There's 3 things I like and 3 things I don't.
I feel like Pixar aren't that controversial when it comes to movies. Well, sometimes they are. I mean, the Cars movies are pretty iffy. Some people love them, some people hate them, some people are just in the middle. But I think this could be like The Last Jedi of Pixar, because I've seen other people's reviews, and I've seen other people that don't really like this movie, and then I've seen other people that do like this movie. I am one of those who do really like this movie. I love it. But I understand those people who may pretty much hate the movie. What was your point? What was your point that you were saying that this one doesn't necessarily feel like an Incredibles movie?
It doesn't, because I feel like it's too. Okay, neither. Okay, can I go on spoilers now?
Okay, you can go in spoilers, but this review does have to be a little short.
Okay.
Even though we're at 15 minutes. Or 14 minutes, depending on how much I've edited the video down.
Anyway, at the end of the movie, it's not really a spoiler, but at the end of the movie, it just got really serious for me, and the screenslaver and everything, and it just, I don't know, just at the end, it didn't feel like an Incredibles movie. A little Incredibles movie.
Wait, how is that spoilers? What were you saying?
I just said it may not be spoilers, but anyway, what were you gonna go on?
So that, hang on, well, so that wasn't spoilers?
No, I just said it may not be.
Okay, so apparently we're not doing spoilers at all in this video.
Well,
I think that's it. I am pretty glad that we didn't go into spoilers, even though I thought we were going into spoilers, but we didn't.
oh my God, I do have one thing.
Made me put up a spoiler banner for no reason.
I have
listen.
one thing.
I love this movie. Sonia sorta, almost, kinda
50-50.
likes this movie. It's 50-50 for her, understandably so. But for me, the negatives that I had with this movie is far less than my positives. And it's those positives that I love so much that just completely overshadow the negatives, and which is why I love this movie. Anyway, if they're going to do an Incredibles 3, Joss Whedon, please do Incredibles 3. Because I feel like you and Brad Bird could do a really good job
Can I say one
of
more
the
thing?
third one. No, we're going to go.
Why
Cut the
not?
feed, we're going to go. No,
Wait,
bye.
wait,
Goodbye,
wait,
bye, bye.
Wait.